What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Monsters video. So in today's video we have a new series challenge to review. So this one just dropped like an hour ago basically. You guys could see it's 2 days and 23 hours, so I'm not sure when you'll be watching this, but when you do watch it you'll know which one to go for. So first of all, we start off with Rosanna. This is an epic monster. It's a rank 2, of course, and should you go for it? Well, I don't really recommend it unless you're like a super starter, and not just a super starter, right? It really depends on your league and also how active you are in the game and how many battles you're gonna do in PvP and stuff like that, etc, right? But we also have Clivia. So 2 legendaries, 1 epic. Mostly people go for the legendary monsters that I've seen myself, and I normally go with 4 legendaries before going for epics because epics aren't really usable as much anymore. Although the legendary monsters, I just check to see if I own it or not. So should you get the legendaries or epic, I'd recommend going for legendaries even if you're a starter, but it really just depends on your league and it really depends on how active you are in the game once again. So let's get into this. Who should you go for in between Clivia or Yelitre? The new 2, or not new 2 legendary monsters, but they're new for this 70-hour challenge. And which one should you go for? Well, let's go ahead and review their stats real quick and like their pros and cons. So let's start off with Yelitre, which is the first monster, right? The one that's ranked up to, I think, rank 1 for sure. Yeah, rank 1. So here are some pros and cons that we're going to review. Pros for this monster: it is, this monster has a great trait, which is Abomination, that gives immunity to possession, immunes to a few other things. So Abomination includes all of those things all together. So he also has team negative effect removal plus possession and nightmares immunity. Amazing. Tons of random negative effects. Okay, generally low on cooldowns. That's really good because you need a monster that doesn't have high cooldown skills in case if you do get cooldown, if they apply you, if the monster you're facing, they do apply cooldowns on you, you're gonna be good sooner or later. Good relic slots. You guys can see he could actually use Essence, 2 Essence basically. You can actually use Yamada's Essence or the other one, the Ural Essence, which is very popular. Some cons, some things that are bad about this monster. So he has 5 pros and 4 cons. 4 cons are only guaranteed effects that are indicated are AoE Blind, AoE Dark Weakness, and a single stun. Everything else he applies is random. So I mean, this right here is kind of bad, but I mean everything else he applies isn't so bad. I mean, it'll just be random, right? Better skills have high stamina cost, so you're gonna have to, oh god, you're gonna have to watch out from stamina because he takes a bunch of stamina. The better skills I'm talking about, which you're probably gonna run. Needs to be paired with a dark attacker. So dark attackers, if you have any good dark attackers, you can pair this monster up with them and you'll be fine. But if you don't, then I don't know, honestly. Outdated stats. Yeah, his stats are pretty outdated now against the newest monsters and stuff. So moving on to Clivia, which is the middle monster, right? That's not ranked. Well, some pros about Clivia is AoE Nature Weakness. You can apply that. 25% heal, regen, and double damage. Lifesteal, he can steal life from his enemies basically. Pretty high damage skills. Low stamina cost, unlike the other monster. But here are some cons, here are some bad things. So pros had about 5 pros and 4 cons, just like the other monster. Let's see the cons, let's read them. Only supports itself. So like the 25 heal and regen and double damage, that's only for himself. The lifesteal, that's only for himself. So, and the low stamina cost is also for himself. But he has bad stats, so these stats are bad. Just like the other monster, the other monsters are just, his stats are just outdated, but this one's bad. Trait is situational, so it really just depends. Because sudden death immunity really just depends, right? Huge cooldowns on self-support moves. Yeah, he's gonna have high cooldowns. So, let's debate. Which one should you go for? Well, Clivia is a, well, it really just depends. I myself would recommend Yelitre, the one before that we reviewed, right? The one before this one. So I personally would say go for Yelitre over Clivia. But if you want to go for Clivia, that's awesome, go for it. but me personally, I would recommend going for Yelitre. Although something else that makes him better, that makes him even better, I guess, is because he's ranked 1, right? So ranked up legendary, unlike this one. So with the pros and cons, they are basically the same, right? Because he has 5 pros, 4 cons, just like the other monster, 5 pros and 4 cons, right? Overall, like I said, this monster, he just supports himself. The other monster supports, basically, enemies, or his allies, basically. That's what I meant to say. But overall, like I said, me personally, I'd recommend going for Yelitre. But if you want to go for Clivia as well, it's up to you. So real quick, for PvP, here is some tips that I like to give every time when there's a 72 challenge when I do 72 challenge videos. Well, I recommend trophy dropping. Trophy dropping is like literally the best thing to do. One of the best things, if not, for 72 challenges. Me personally, I'm always in Legendary 4 League, which requires 5.5k trophies. And that's basically, it applies to all of them, but the rest of them are just to be like in top 500 globally and stuff like that. If I go to rankings right now, my rank is 5,000. 5,000. So, meaning that I should literally just go fully out. So how should you trophy drop? How do you do it and stuff like that? Well, trophy dropping is when you set up a weak defense, like a very weak defense, right? Like let's say I set up this Rockilla. Everybody's gonna attack me now, right? When they do attack me, I'm gonna lose trophies, but here is the advantage part. So it has a pro and it has a con. So the con is losing trophies, but the pro part is that you can actually just take revenge on them. Let's say for example, this person just attacked me. He's probably gonna have, like, there is a 70% chance of him having like a very weak defense. Now this one right here, I guess he just wanted to trophy drop as well. So I could literally just finish it off real quick, just like that. But if you're like a pay to win player and you have like 150 mythics and stuff like that, and you're probably gonna be like a super competitive player and you want to be in the top leagues and stuff, you're probably not gonna trophy drop unless you want to. But another reason why they're trophy dropping is because of race as well. The race that actually benefits the race as well. But yeah, so getting into the part where will you be able to get a monster, whichever monster you're going for. So let me actually explain this real quick. If you're gonna go for the epic monster only, that will be if you're in the beginner, which literally just requires 1 trophy. So one battle you do, you win it, you'll have it. Bronze 3 just requires 100 trophies. So let's say right about, you see bronze 1, basically bronze 1 and below, you're gonna get an epic monster. But if you're above that, right, if you're like silver 3 and above, you have chances of getting at least one of the legendaries, most likely Clivia. But if you get super lucky, you might get Yelitre with it as well. But for those of you that are in champion 3 and above, right, you should be able to get all monsters. Literally, all monsters. Like, I'm not even joking. You can actually get all the monsters. You have to try hard though. You really have to try hard. But if you're, let's say, on the Legendary League like me and above that, you should be able to easily get all of them, but you do have to try hard a bit. So me personally, what I'm going to do is just go for Yelitre and Clivia. I don't own any of these monsters. Literally, these 2 monsters, I don't own them. The epic monster, I do own it, and it's on my storage, right? But another good thing about the 72-hour challenge is that both of these monsters, Yelitre and Clivia, if you don't have good nature monsters, you can use those against the Ragnarok dungeon. So Ragnarok dungeon isn't available right now, but it will be great for the first floor for you to get 100 cells. Not 100 cells, sorry. About 60 I think it gives you, right? How many cells does it give you? I honestly don't remember. Okay, so it only gives you 40. Okay, 40, but then the floor 2, if you could finish off floor 2 on the Ragnarok dungeon with whatever next element would be, I think it's Earth, right, after nature, you could actually get yourself Ragnarok, and Ragnarok is like the best war master in my opinion. You can get that. That is actually another advantage. So that I like that about this 72-hour challenge, not gonna lie. At the moment, by the way, for the race, if you're wondering, we are currently on 31 laps, first place, and we're just gonna push for 40 laps first, although I think we'll be able to get 40 laps either tomorrow or sooner or later, whatever. So 40 laps would be first, and then if we could push it to 60, that would be amazing too. So as you guys can see, literally right after this, we'll get into lap 32. So lap 32 or 33 will be for tonight. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, once again, 32 challenge, trophy dropping is literally the best thing. Let me see if anyone actually attacked me. See, take a look at this. 3 minutes ago, he battled me with those monsters. Let me take a look at his defense team. I bet his defense team would be too good. See, look at this. Compared to these monsters that I'm using, it's not so good. So players that are like super low, like in the low, what should I put this into? If they're in like the lower leagues, those ones are gonna take a look at your defense and they're like, whoa, it's an easy base, let me take it down. Once they do, you're gonna lose trophies, they're gonna win. So you're helping them and also helping yourself basically. It's not really that bad. Let's see what we can do here. Honestly, I could just take it harsh and finish him off instead of worrying about my monsters. Turn transfer again. Turn transfer to him. And finish it off. Okay. If I put it on auto, it would have been quicker, but there was an anticipation monster, so I didn't want to mess up with Mana Fusion. So we have 500 coins here. Nice. And let's go and refresh this. Maybe somebody attacked me in my defense. Take a look at that, 38 seconds ago. Some of them you are gonna get like tougher opponents, but some, or most I should say, most will be easy, trust me. So maybe give a chance, okay? Just give it a chance, literally. Let me just do this. He's gonna get rid of all my stamina for sure. That's alright, I'll be fine. What is Mork gonna do? Mork's fast. I thought he was gonna use that one with the death countdown. Death countdown. Okay, let me go in and just do this basically. There we go. What is that effect? You guys see that effect on the bottom of Miseris? I know you guys see it. That red effect. That's weird. I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. Gonna turn transfer. Do this. Get rid of that monster, and bam. Dude, I love that monster. Sometimes he's just too strong. It's so good. If I did have him like at rank 2 or 3, he would be just destroying bases basically. As long as he's not going up against what's it called? Fire monsters mostly. He'll be fine. Like this guy right here is trophy dropping. You guys see this? Trophy dropping. Also what makes it even better is that it has another pro by the way. It saves time. It really just saves time. Like every battle would be like at least 5 seconds or something when you're doing like auto, right? So it really just saves time and it's so good. This one right here, easy base right here, literally. Easy base. There we go. Turn transfer again. Dang, they're really giving him a bunch of extra turns and stuff. I like that. There we go, and that. Okay. If I used my other team on my attack team, my defense team, my old defense team that I'm talking about, the one that I took off, if I used that on my attack team, I'd be destroying. I could probably do that actually. Who did I have anyway? It was Nitro Blaster with a few others, right? Yeah, I could literally destroy with those monsters. I guess I'll put that in there. Shreezer Amulet, I need to actually upgrade that. I got it in today's stream, by the way. If you didn't watch the stream, you should probably do it. It was a banger. I streamed for 2 hours. It was awesome. A bunch of you guys tuned in and said hello and, you know, wish me a happy birthday, which I appreciate. So all of you guys, big shout out for you guys, you know, towards those that actually that. Another guy that's trophy dropping. I love it. Thank you so much for helping, making it so easy for me. There we go. Finish it off. A victory. Alright. So easy. Let's go and spend this. Maybe we could actually flip some cards. I don't know. Should I save it for a video? I feel like I should save it for a video. Flipping all those cards. I'll try to see. If I could get about 30,000, which will be possible. But if I could get maybe even 40,000, if not 50,000, if I could get that much, I am actually going to try to save up to that and basically get it. You know, make it a video, turn it into a video getting those monsters and stuff. I'll take the 13 of the attacks, so after this, I'll save up the rest for whoa, my monster died. But back to what I was saying, I'm actually gonna save that for the race in case if it does come in handy, which I'm pretty sure it will. So I'll save up those for the race. Let's go and turn transfer. Let's go ahead and use this. I have evasion. You're only gonna be able to attack that monster. Death Thor. Let's see. Charge up, I guess, for now. I'm getting the extra turn or next turn, so let's just do it. Why not? Okay, Gretchen is dead. That was Gretchen, right? Is that his name? Or her name? I think it's Gretchen, right? I might be wrong. I don't know. I forgot that monster's name. The old lady that I just defeated. The one that I took down. I forgot her name. I think it's Gretchen. But it doesn't matter. So we had the coins and stuff. Basically what I'm going to do is continue trophy dropping. Get easier opponents on my base and stuff. Which will help me in the race and also help me out in the 72 challenge, which I like. Another tip I could give you for those beginners. Oh yeah, for beginners, if you're below Legendary League, basically Champion 1 and below, if you want to know how to get yourself, basically, if you want to check your opponent's defenses, right? Basically, it won't let me because I'm in the Legendary League, as you guys could see. But if you were in the Champion 1 and below, you can actually go to your battle log, go to defense. When you press on the enemy thing, right? You can actually press on their profile and check their defense team. You can see their runes, you can see their levels, what monsters they're using and stuff, and you can decide if you want to go up against that or not. So that's really helpful. But anyways, that's going to be pretty much it for today's 72-hour challenge video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button. Also subscribe. We're getting close to 50,000 subscribers, so please help me out, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.